At the confluence of the three rivers is Acrisure Stadium. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, they are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation, and now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Panthers offense will go to work first. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Hit right back to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
The fake wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Robinson. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And you've already seen this QB mix. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
Under pressure. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Clemson's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it with Gibson. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Clemson will send the punt team out. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Caught. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Selling the fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he makes the play, and it's intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. Stopped right there.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with his third possession.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Right down the gut of the field. Running inside the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
And he added the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's a give to Gibson. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Floats it out in space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of...
It's a seam wide open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got him on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Pulls and fired complete. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He'll pull it down and run. Got enough space. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
And because of the success this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers. The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Out wide right, it's McCray. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He'll get rid of it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the has been clicking on this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Meredith. At midfield, he's got room. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
At the 35, he's loose. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Drops back on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Cuts it upfield. It's Meredith. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Oh, pressure's coming. Right side, it's Robinson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Got to make the play on fourth. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Touchdown, Pitt. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last one.
Set of downs going up top. He'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Lane. There he goes. They get him out of bounds, but not before he's crossed midfield and gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The snap sets up to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Sends it back in motion. First play of this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on it.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Turns it loose. Nearly intercepted.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Fresh center downs going to the air. Way off target there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. This time he's got it. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Clemson is quick to the line. Snap on first down. Wants to throw. He's going to run it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second and long here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Working the ground game. At the 20, he's got space. The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's third down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, no, no. You're not getting this.
He's got it. First down and more. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 17 team, the Washington Huskies.
Deep in the end zone, it's Bauman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the 1st down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. And now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Looking for the marker. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And he gets it right on the cusp. Maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Makes the grab on 3rd. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Keeps it on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone. Looking for running room. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the...
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The snap, wants to start the drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Quick give. It's Meredith. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. They'll need a bunch on second down. He's looking to throw. Rushes on. Turning it on. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Panthers getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. This time they'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And this QB and wide receiver, like, they are in lockstep. They know exactly where they're going to be. QB really trusting his receiver to make plays. And if I'm him, I'm just going to keep finding him, because so far the defense has had zero answer for this 1-2 combination.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. They're all over it. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Look out! And it's a sack.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
I got to be honest, I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Across the 35. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first. Extending the play. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tigers in the hurry-up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Clemson! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Turns it loose. Working a little foot magic. Sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keep it on the ground. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Panthers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Drops back on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws for the tight end. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
And it comes up empty there, but that's exactly what this offense needs to keep doing, man. Keep throwing the football. Like, don't quit. Don't give up. I know you're down a couple of possessions, but you want to show...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. To the 10. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He wants to throw it. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the extra point is good. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.